The game loaded already? Oh, I'm moving. I'm in a moving train. That's funny. All right, let me hit the brakes. Okay, so the server's up. Oh, that's weird. It restarted and I'm getting 50 frames. Yeah. Oh, I guess because I'm hosting everybody. I should probably limit it to 30 so it's not working so hard. Maybe that'll leave computing power for you guys? I don't know. 30 frames is good enough. I usually play with 20.
Yeah, well, 20's pretty low.
It's the map though. Like it's 20 frames, but my CPU and my GPU utilization is about 30%. So something is bottlenecking. If I load the map with no trees, I get 70 frames, and my GPU utilization goes up to 70%.
Power settings as well. Like sometimes Windows will restrict the amount of power that your graphic card gets.
I'm pretty sure I went through all that. Okay, it's attaching. Let me give you all the link, the new control link. Where's Lamarche? Did I give it to you?
I got at the coal mine or iron mine yet.
You're in the server already?
Yep.
Nice.
So just before it crashed, I derailed, and now my derail is not derailed, so I'm happy about that.
That worked out for you pretty good.
Yeah. It was a mess. Oh. It's like Joe didn't make it to the coal mine yet. His train is sitting right here, so it's safe anyway.
We probably shouldn't use the cheats, maybe? I don't know. Like the God mode stuff?
I wasn't using
it's
it.
hard to say.
I was.
Switching
So, who's got what tasks here, or rather, which tasks should I not be paying attention to? Because someone else.
I'm just working on the coal right now.
I think if you grab the logs to the sawmill, that's probably a good one. And then follow it up with steel pipes. But you're going to have to find all the logging cars, the tier 1 cars on the map, and assemble a train. I think 4 of them are up by the logging camp.
Okay. I'm also going to have to find where all the industries are.
Yeah, that's the fun part, is trying to figure out where they are and then try to figure out how to get there. Because it's actually confusing.
Still the same password?
Yes.
See,
there's actually a logging train and 4 carts at the
close out that one.
At the logging camp.
Yeah, looks like we've got Betsy and 4 cars over there.
Yeah.
And then I want to open it. Well, not yet.
That's funny because that's only about the 3rd time I've ever crashed this game.
You know, I don't think I've crashed it yet.
You're not trying hard enough.
Apparently, I ain't laying track in over the top of each other and.
And I think that the other 2 times that I did crash, it was like after a long session. Okay, I think I can finally make this oil
Back
delivery.
in, and I'm in. Okay, I haven't made my delivery yet. Bars are disappearing one at a time. Oh, you know what? We might want to throw one in there just for good measures. It says it's at 16. In the firebox.
Mad World is a Discord expert, so I got to make a group chat. So I only have to post the link once. Got it. And don't worry about the track layout. Don't let this scare you. Just get in here and drive a train, man.
Wreck with the best of us.
Yeah.
I missed that one. I think I missed that one the last time too.
Oh, I forgot to light the light.
Alright, we need just a little bit of power.
Oh wow, the game just let me run on the running board of the locomotive. That was weird.
Oh, I got wheels off the track. Two wheeling it around the corner.
Riding the train so much you're running off the track.
Yeah, I think I picked the worst path down off this mountain.
Brakes. I'm out. Brakes. No, we want to go the other way. If I have a brake seat.
Are the hopper cars wider than the rest?
Oh, we got two trains trying to.
Yep, I'm trying to get out of your way. Trying to get moving.
Are the hopper cars wider?
Yeah, they won't fit on that siding around the dock.
Oh, you're right. We didn't test that. We tested it with flat cars, but we didn't test it with hopper cars. I think the hoppers are a little wider.
Or if they're longer and they go around a bend, they're
Oh, that could be too.
yeah. I don't think they're wider.
If you guys could see the way this train's coming down this hill, you'd be laughing.
Are you doing the scenic route?
Yeah.
Surprised you made it up there.
The first cart is literally on the left four wheels, just tracking its way down the rails. And the engine's on 100% brake.
It's kind of weird how he laid this track out so that to deliver raw iron to the smelter, it's like straight, boom, straight route. But to get crude oil to the refinery, you have to go over the whole map. Interesting. I'm gonna have to.
Some of the paths aren't very
Yeah.
intuitive.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'll take a good close look at the blank map and just make basic connections, and then we'll build the rest from there.
Stay again.
How you going, mate?
Oh, I'm doing good. Just still working on my smelter route, but I finally figured out a path. I just need to do that. like the hard part's over for me, basically. So
Always good.
I know I've been working on this route for quite some time now, so I can't wait to actually drive a train again. What are
I'm
you guys doing?
messing around with this. I'm pretty much
Oh,
most
over
of
it
most of
goes.
my rail lines are finished on my track. I think I want to add one more, and then I don't know what to do. I may put a scenic route around the whole map after that, because I even have I added industries on my map, my main map. I put a sawmill and a logging camp in the valley in front of the coal mine.
Wait, how do you do that?
I have a tutorial for it on my YouTube if you want to check it out. I just put it up a couple days ago, so
So you went into the game and you basically modified it
yeah, you
so
you
that
get you got to take the save file and put it in a hex editor, and you know,
okay,
yeah,
I know what that. Yeah.
it's really easy. And it was really the guy who runs the minizwerg website showed me how to do it with the help of Lamarche. Lamarche did it before me.
Question, guys. I cannot get this train around this corner. It is irritating me.
Just
Oh,
redo
Oh,
the
is it too big of a curve radius, or?
yeah,
I'm
redo the
going
track.
back about 5 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden it's going forward about 10 every time I hit that one spot. Bizarre, man. All right.
Is the turn too sharp and the cars are colliding with each other?
I'm gonna once I get this train out of Joe's way, I'm gonna take a peek at it and see if I can't fix it here. It's acting really bizarre. Hmm. How you doing down there, Joe? You surviving? John?
Sorry, what?
Right. Third
Okay, I
time
got
lucky.
you. Where we going? Where we at? Are you off of the siding?
I'm still re-railing. I cannot get around that corner. Everything I try.
I see a train.
So let me pull up and put myself on that siding out of your way, so you can pull back in here if you need to.
Oh, cool! You grabbed the Eureka to make the logging train.
Be interesting. Well, the logging train uses, or the logs use a different track than the lumber. I see we picked up another player there.
Did we?
Rich?
Oh no, I was just joining the radio channel.
Oh, you was just joining the radio chat.
Yep. Is that a problem?
Nope.
No, man.
Oh,
Okay.
Only a
Cool.
problem if you don't like listen to us.
too fast.
Honestly, I just need, when I'm playing this game, I just need something. Keep my mind at ease. Even if it is people messing up in the game.
Been doing a lot of that.
All right, Joe, you're clear.
Oh, I'm clear now. Now I'm clear.
Now you're clear.
I know we still want to go that way, but we need to flip the switch here. Oh, but you're still out there on the main track.
Yeah, I'm on this little spur here.
You should try bananas with ice cream.
Bananas with ice cream.
No, you
Yeah.
just thanks. You made me hungry.
Bananas with ice cream. I tried it with cookie dough
Yep.
the other
Oh
night.
yeah.
Fucking the bomb.
Chunky monkey.
Are you allowed to curse on Twitch?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're allowed to what on Twitch?
Curse.
Oh yeah, you're allowed to
All
curse,
language.
but probably not excessively. In a non-violent manner.
Right. I heard a whistle.
Where did you go?
So there's no more oil for me to deliver. And I hope this thing is still updating.
Okay, you're still back there re-railing your.
Put the train
Sure.
together here.
Yep.
Is it a train or a nightmare? I'm not sure.
Nightmare train.
Oh, I pushed it off the rail.
You're set up to go whenever you're ready. Whenever you get everything back together.
Raw iron.
So I have the new link. Enter the shoot.
This is gonna be a long ride down.
Oh, I gotta have the. You didn't ask me that the last time.
Is anybody doing the raw iron run?
No, he's doing coal right now.
Okay. I'm gonna pick up because there's no more crude oil for me to pick up. So I left the tanker train over there by the oil fields because we need steel pipe over there. So I'm gonna do the raw iron since I don't have a steel pipe train. Unless
Not the link I want. Is this the? This is not the. So that I need
let's see what
the.
you got over here.
Um,
What's he doing over here?
not sure if that's the right map.
Oh look, he's doing car to car. Are you doing car to car transfers?
Yeah, I'm doing kind of right.
I think I kept turning your voice down. Now I can't hear it. I might have been turning the wrong person
I
down.
might do car-to-car transfers for the smelter route. Or like the smelter industry.
Yeah, half of the train was already loaded when I got here, so
Who is that?
more time has just been spent getting it into position.
We need to be on this one. I think that was him that needed to come up just a little bit. Are you coming this way?
One more car and we should have
All
it.
right.
Wow, this is some real.
I don't know if you'll be able to pull that car back on the track.
I can't.
Oh,
There you go. You got it?
No, I don't have it.
Oh, I got it. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, it must have been a lag spike. It disappeared all of a sudden. All right, here we go. Oh no. You see that, Joe?
Yeah, you should be able to re-rail it now.
Oh my. That is so weird. They go to the side.
Yeah, you got to let the wheels
Stop.
line up.
Spinning fast.
There it is.
I'm fixing that corner on the scenic route. Savage.
Yeah, oh, there's a couple here that I need to fix once I get this train down.
Pin. Here the clunks.
Now we're good, right?
Yep.
Let's hope.
I need back. Did you send a new link for the updating map?
I did. Did you not get it?
The
check.
last one I have from you is at 6:55. That is the.
It's the same link, I think.
Is it?
Oh, no. Sorry, it's not. I did send another one.
Yeah, that's the same one you already sent.
It's 6:55 Pacific time.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like,
6:55. What?
yeah, exactly. I was like, what? Talk about.
Yeah, there we go.
That should be the right one.
Yeah.
Oh, can finally move now.
Now this curve right here is just brutal.
You make it by there, no problem.
Me? Yeah.
Got it, Mad Dog. I was thinking that same thing.
Flip that switch there and throw your cars.
I got to figure out how to do that.
Had to make sure you were actually off the track. Like spike. Brakes. All right, how we doing? All right.
The train jumps. I think it's gonna derail.
Yeah. What are we up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us in here.
Yep.
To feel the spikiness.
You're starting to feel it?
Just a little. It may have been that turn too. That turn hates us.
Make it, Joe.
Oh, somebody's laying track.
Yeah. How'd you know that?
I heard it.
Oh, okay. It like
I heard you when you placed it.
it made a double noise too. That was weird. Yeah, fix that.
I was laying track as well, so it could have been me.
I wonder if you hear it all over the map.
Doors for the boxcar right here.
Okay. The spoiler should be good to go now.
What do we need? Nope. We need this one. 1 cart of lumber to the refinery still. Pipes. 9 carts to the oil field again. We'll never get that done. Y'all keep stealing the resources. Can't fill you up fast enough.
Are you parking that train there with the hoppers?
No, I'm trying to figure my way to the ironworks. I think I got it.
That switch is so not set for me.
Oh, this is cool. So we're both heading that way then. I'm gonna follow you.
We might want to slow down just like a little bit.
Hope there's another train coming in here. Be careful, don't throw my switches. He's coming in at high speed too. You probably don't see me either.
Are you with the box car?
Nope.
No, I don't see.
I'm right in front of you.
Oh. I'm stopping. I'm trying to anyway.
No, you're good. Oh, you didn't have the switch set right.
I
I
thought
saw.
you was on the same track with me.
No, I was trying to get off of it. Oh, look at your train, dude. How did you do that? Oh, I have to clip that. That was hysterical. Oh my god, that was so funny.
I'm back on the track. So right before I hit the derail, or before I hit the switch, I was already going in the other direction.
Okay, but the logo was off the track completely.
It was flopping around like a fish.
All right, so I'm following Lamarche. I shouldn't even have to throw any switches. Man, this little porter can throw out some steam. Look at all that steam.
Yeah. Moving too. I'm on this map somewhere. Oh, here we are.
My train looks like a rocket ship.
Alright, going that way.
Okay, I'm going to the ironworks, but I'm going to the opposite side that Lamarche is going. I think Lamarche went to the wrong side. Did you?
Did I really? Let me look here.
See, I'm following somebody else. That's not me.
Oh, I think I got it. I hope.
Where
No.
am I at?
Right?
Oh, this is not good.
Oh, you
Okay,
went to the wrong side, Lamarche.
Did I?
Yeah. But the good news is you could just keep going and go back around in that loop to get back here.
Nope, we're good. Okay.
You going to the smelter or the ironworks?
Oh yeah, I'm going to the ironworks. I'm sorry. I got confused here. They're right
Yeah,
next
yeah,
to each
he's hauling coal.
other. Yeah, ironworks.
Okay.
I had to look.
Then I got confused. I was the one who got confused.
This track's a bit tricky. Kind of fun though, right?
Yeah.
It is fun trying to figure it out.
Yeah, and you forget from trip to trip. Where am I going now?
You know, that gives me an idea. Like maybe I should make a layout of track that is like super confusing, but also at the same time efficient. Because this is just not efficient.
Yay, I'm finally off the mountain.
That was a long time up there.
It's certainly taken this
Yeah.
long to get down. Like,
I went up there yesterday and I swore I'd never go back.
I don't think it's possible to deliver logs on this map.
Never say never.
Well, I just unloaded them, and they rolled down the ramp onto the ground and despawned.
They're there. Look
They're
at
there?
look at the count. They're below the dirt.
You got 14 logs in the pond.
Yeah.
It says 14 in there, but I just brought over 4 cars of 6, which should be 24.
You used some.
Yeah,
Oh,
the mill's
okay.
probably using them.
That's weird.
Yeah. because
Oh,
yeah
weird.
the
Okay, you know what? I was watching my player panel and it wasn't updating, but apparently I need to close it and reopen it for it to update.
that's weird.
Maybe possible with multiplayer. I think I seen something about that where on multiplayer only the host gets a live update on his money.
Okay, yeah, because mine works.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look how fast he's running. Is that Lamarche?
That's me. I gotta check out this this mine track here. Why I keep derailing.
Use the teleport and turn the speed off because I don't know if the speed had something to do with the crashing. Maybe.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good.
I turned mine off and I just teleport.
Yeah. Let me see if I can teleport me and not you this time.
That was hysterical.
Oh no. Did I teleport you?
No, I'm inside the engine, so I don't think I can teleport. That would
Oh.
crash the game for sure.
Did I
Please
teleport
caused it.
anybody?
Negative.
No, I'm still in my same spot.
Savage,
Are
you
you
good?
are you on the web client?
I am.
Yep, I'm good.
Yeah, teleporting for some reason doesn't work on the web client.
Really? Okay.
Teleport yourself.
Teleport yourself someplace.
Speed off here.
We at 78. Eating those beams up.
Alright.
Using those logs faster than he can get them over here.
You wanted me to take steel pipes after the logs, is that right?
Yeah, those need to go to the oil field.
Build.
Yep,
Roger that.
you can make some money there. It needs 30 of them. It'll probably eat them up as fast as you put them down. Whatever you put down, it'll be gone. Because
So how much oil's in the?
0, because I delivered it all.
Oh wait, no, I was thinking of the refinery. The refinery is like 9 tankers to 1 cart of pipes.
Right. Is it?
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about that.
It's unless they've changed it since the last update.
Let's see. 12 crude oil, 2 lumber to 1 pipe equals 10 barrels of oil. And I have it set to easy, so that gives 20 barrels. So
But it's 1 barrel to 10 or 20 barrels to 12 crude oil and 1 pipe. Right?
yep,
Right.
and 2 lumber.
And the pipes are 9 on a cart and the oil tankers are 12 per tanker.
Right.
So for every 1 car of pipes you need 12 tankers.
Okay.
And for the oil field, it's 3, 3, and 1 to 24 crude oil. You're still at the smelter, Lamarche?
Yes.
Alright.
Let me move that train out of your way right now.
Oh, I'm going back to the coal mine.
Okay.
I don't know if there's actually a train on that track or not. I don't think so. No, I'd have seen it by now.
Are you still over by the ironworks?
Who?
The march?
Yep.
Oh,
Still by
you're
iron.
oh, you're still by the ironworks. Oh, but you're working. Oh, you're working track over there, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm done with that now. Hopping back in the train.
Okay.
Because I'm coming in behind you to drop off raw iron.
I gotta walk to the train.
Can't teleport?
No.
Yeah, the reply doesn't work.
But it should work on the in-game map, or on the
F1.
F1 map.
Oh, I'm about to collide with Lamarch's train.
I see ya. I see ya.
I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to stop. I stopped. That was
Oh.
inches.
That's tight.
That was inches away.
I can't teleport. That's weird.
I had to put full brake and full regulator in
Reverse.
reverse. Yeah, and I just missed it by like a foot.
That's what I did at that switch where I went, where the train just went nuts. I don't know what you want.
Look out. Mischief.
Check the next incoming switch. We're good.
Looks like, yeah, something happened here.
A collision.
Oh man.
It's bound to happen. We're gonna have one sooner or later. Brakes. Switch.
Yeah.
We're moving. We're moving.
No problem.
I want to slow down. That was all kind of crooked. You adjusted these tracks over here at the iron mine?
Just the one on that corner where I derailed. I scooted it out a little bit on that edge.
Yeah.
Does it look
By
any
the
different?
by the loading docks?
On the far end where that spur is, right where I was derailed, that end of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Not much room to scoot it over there either. Oh, did I check the switches? Oh, good.
You got to check the switches, and then after you check the switches, you got to check them again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just going around flipping switches. Didn't kill the power? Oh, we already killed the power. We killed the power a long time ago.
We're gonna collide, aren't we?
And then there was just an explosion.
That was funny before when my train exploded.
There was coal everywhere.
Uh-oh.
Alright, precut lumber.
Almost.
Can you want to shift the lumber?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yep. I'm stopping brakes.
Oh yeah.
Reverse.
Those poor dudes are not good at stopping.
Here's what I'll do. I'll go forward a little bit and I'll back down this little spur right here with that angle. And then you can
Sure.
get by me.
Where everybody's at. I may need to go to the firewood depot.
I set my channel to mature.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Just to be safe.
just to be safe.
You can do that on the fly.
Bump.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. So next time you go to watch my stream, it's going to give you that little warning. Because I'm watching my stream on a second computer, so I can see the chat. Because I'm on a laptop with a single screen, so this is kind of the way I'm doing dual screen.
What do you use to stream?
It's a gaming laptop. A
Oh, you
main
mean like, are you using like OBS? Or...
OBS.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I think I want to try Streamlabs. I think Streamlabs does a couple things easier.
I switched to Streamlabs simply because it allows me to have multiple setups, and it's not as complicated as OBS was to do the
Yeah.
multiple.
There's definitely some things that you can do in OBS you can't do in Streamlabs though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I mean, if you're not doing those things, then it's not a big deal.
I hear whistles all over the place. I hear whistles.
This, yeah, your corrected, your corrected track didn't work so well.
It didn't work?
No,
What did I do?
it's got too sharp of a turn.
Ah.
It's almost
part-
like it's
Holy smokes!
yeah.
All right.
Let me get back over. Let me park this out of the way here.
Car.
I'll fix her up. We'll fix her up. We need to come more over this way. This is the
Let me pull this back some so I can get my cars off the ground.
yep. We need to come
Yeah,
over.
it was like a sharp bend in the track that wouldn't the cars wouldn't make that turn. I thought I noticed it whenever I came in, but I was looking behind me, so I didn't actually notice it. But the cars were doing something funky.
Oh, someone's coming up. Brakes.
Oh, brakes. All right. I'm on a roll here.
There we go.
Let me,
Are you going to pull these up too?
I'm going off to the next siding. I just need to shift forward about 2 cars to get there.
let's see here. Let me,
Oh, I tried to delete that car.
I'll get out of the, back down the siding right here.
Yeah, I only need about 2 cars so I can throw the switch and get up onto that track on the right hand side of you.
So weird.
Let's go.
Where are these going to roll? Excuse me.
Yeah. I'm so used to walking fast and now I'm walking slow. I'm like, what's wrong? This has to move over even more. I need to get all this groundwork out of here. It's annoying me.
Yeah, I'm going to pull the train back to
I just deleted the groundwork underneath the iron mines. Got to fix that.
Back's all yours.
I'll just pull it all the way back to the coal mine. That way, if we need to change any of this track along this way, we can.
I don't think we need to. I think we're good the way I'm doing it.
Think we're good there?
Yep.
Oh man, I just realized why this bridge is here next to the pipes.
To keep you from backing in?
Well, no, it looks like it's because the track is set too close to the loading dock, and
Oh.
so it's there to roll the pipes onto the car.
It didn't. Son of a gun.
Oh, you really took it back. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
That's what it needed, really.
You needed to move the curve over.
Yep, it needed to be
Yeah.
moved over.
So I think
Where's this spot over here too that derailed?
Are you derailing right there on that corner?
Yeah, there's a gap in this rail right here. Maybe a 3-inch gap. I don't know if that would have done it though. I think I hit the building maybe, yeah?
did you have any brakes on? Sometimes just having brakes on.
Possible. Thought I checked them, but
Remember the other day when I was at the refinery and my car was derailing? It's because I had the brakes on. You were like looking at the track saying, oh, there's a kink in the track right there.
it's a brake though, huh?
It was a brake, yeah.
That track's much better.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I just got to continue this curve. I'm not getting too fancy. I'm just making it so it works.
Where's
Get some lumber.
We're gonna hand Ian his map back much better.
Yeah, all the tasks are going to be done. The rail's going to work.
Yeah. All the trains are gonna be set up. And we have the video I'm gonna load this probably on YouTube. You can see how we did it.
Dope.
Hey, the teleport's working.
Teleport again.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think this. You shouldn't be hitting. Well, you might because it's in a corner, but you shouldn't be hitting this corner of the building.
It was like humanity said it was like the brake was on. It's
Yeah.
possible. Yeah. Want to double check them right now.
But if the turn is too sharp, the cars will collide too.
Oh, you're done with this truck.
I'm done. Speed
He's
building.
finished.
Speed building.
Don't even know where we're at. Why does this say I still have something on the car?
Wheelbacks. Okay.
Well, that's just weird.
I put the groundwork under the platforms again too.
Still says that one car is loaded, but it's not loaded.
Darn it. I don't know why he came out so far with this groundwork, but
Uh-oh. There it is. Yep, we're good. What about the exit?
I'm deleting this.
That car's brakes are on.
Oh, because you need to come out this far. That's why. For when the beams go here, we gotta have something. We don't want the beams floating in the air.
All right. So, yep, good out there. Are you setting on the siding, Lamar? Smoother.
I'm gonna have to check out your stream there, Mad World. Mad World, get in here. What? Stop talking to me over there. Just get in the server. Jesus. Join the Discord. Get in here. Yo, what was I doing? Okay, I was over here. I forgot what I was doing before I did all that track work.
Should work for you much better now, Lamarch. To go in here, we need to get some firewood.
Yeah, that's all right. This is
But just-
nothing.
Don't judge.
Yeah, I can't even show you the blank map because he took it off minizwerg.
Took it off.
Yeah, he gave it to me and then took it off. Because it was there, but you couldn't download it. And I was like, make it downloadable. Then he just sent it to me. So yeah, take a look at that. I want to make it look like spaghetti. So everyone gets really confused. But once you learn it, it works.
Once you learn it,
It works, right?
Yep.
Like, we're not actually running into each other too much on this map.
There's really only like past the rail yard that you need to set some designated lines, I think.
Yeah, the rail yard is the most confusing part of the map.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try and run some lines through there.
Or redo the rail yard?
I'll do a siding track so we can use it, and then at least set up a north and a south pass through, or in this case, kind of northwest, southwest.
You have to examine it and see how, because it seems like no matter where you go, you kind of got to go through there.
Yeah, exactly.
And
you
that's
kind of want dedicated lines to go up and back, right?
right. Or do we? Right? Where is this train?
through here. We're going through here. We're going through there. Too fast.
There's trees in the industries. Supposedly, does minizwerg have a thing to raise the industries now?
It's an option. It is an option, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can raise them up and then delete the trees
Right.
after you move one. Oh, this game will challenge you, Mad World. Just the track building.
Yep, I can confirm that.
Yeah.
I've been building track nonstop for the past month or so, simply because I'm trying to get my routes in.
I
Yep.
have,
Build it and build it again.
yep, and
That's
then
why
tear
I'm
it up
trying
and
to make
build it again.
perfect.
Wait a second.
The smelter is the one that gave me the most trouble.
Yep, that's the one. Yep, that's the one I'm working on right now.
Where are you headed there to, Lamarche?
Filling up water right now.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm bugging. I don't know where to see my hours.
I think this is a good stopping point.
Oh, Satisfactory has tracks and signals.
Yes,
Mm.
but their tracks are much easier to place.
Satisfactory, a train game.
It's a factory game with trains. It's you can build trains to move the stuff that you build in your factory from location to location.
Gotcha.
So you can use it. It also has trucks. So you can use it to move your raw iron from the iron miners to whatever factory or wherever you're smelting the iron, or to whatever factory you're using it in. But trains, tier 6, I think. So it's not like something you have right at the beginning.
Hey y'all, pipes are delivered.
Pipes are delivered.
Look at this guy.
We need more pipes.
I'm filling up the ironworks with raw iron. Damn, we cranked out a lot of work on this map in one night.
Yep.
Build some tracks.
Yeah, we have to make a map where we pass each other more. It's more confusing, but yet more efficient.
Coke too. No, I can't drink Crown without Coke.
Satisfactory has drones too?
Yep, drones.
For what? Deliveries?
Yep.
Drone deliveries. Nice.
Yeah, you can send drones to your iron. I use drones to go to my uranium because it's radioactive
Oh, okay.
and would kill you. I
Smart.
use the drones to go get that and bring it down when I get into my nuclear power plant, which is like the high tier power. You start off with like biomass power,
Okay.
burning leaves and flowers and wood, and then solid biomass, and then you get to coal, and then you get to fuel, and above fuel is nuclear.
Is it
But
more?
for your coal, so your coal generators, you have to supply it with water and coal to keep it running.
Is it multiplayer?
It is. They just recently, with their last update, released the dedicated servers.
Ah, that's what railroads needs.
Yes.
Dedicated servers.
So we can all get the client experience.
Yeah.
Yes. I started playing Satisfactory when it first came out. What was that? 2 years ago? Something like that. I see cars, but I see no locomotive.
those are
Oh,
runaway
they're taking
cars.
off. Oh man. Oh, like where are they going?
They said they did not get us. You lost them all.
Oh my.
Lol.
Go collect my cars.
Random cars rolling down the track here. So you can see a lot of changes that have been made to Satisfactory since its initial release. And depending on how you play it, it can get math intensive. Am I far enough out of your way? You should be able to get through. Yeah, that should be far enough. If you want to play the math angle. Math of Tiz is an understatement. This is true, Mad World. It is an understatement. I have banged my head on the table many nights trying to figure out why
All right.
stuff
All
isn't
loaded.
running.
Thank you, sir.
No walking folks.
Especially when you get into
Now, where am I going?
where it starts using like, oh, you need 22.5 per minute of this product. I was like, what?
Oh, okay.
200 nuclear power plants? Dude, 5. That's it. That's the most I've ever set up.
Sounds like a lot of similar math to what you have to do in Transport Fever.
No. Transport Fever? No. Not even
No?
close. So you have a miner that produces 120 ore per minute. You have a smelter that produces or that smelts 30 per minute. So you need 4 smelters. And then how many sheet machines do you need for this and that to use that iron? And also hate mega factories, so everything I build is spread around the. I do not have a mega factories. I have my power plant that I'm currently building is 90.
Try to get out of your way here, Savage.
Oh,
I
you're
think
good, man. I'm just
96
playing with
fuel
some
generators.
trained
Uh,
rails.
Yeah, 96 fuel generators on the coast. That is my biggest factory. Everything else is small. No, I haven't found the turbo fuel recipe yet.
Someone's gonna collide.
So it's strictly.
You guys are about
No,
to.
he should be backing up
Oh,
to
okay.
go out. It's the 4 oil wells that are on the coast overclocked. So that it's 300, 300, 600, and 600.
We need a group.
Yep.
We need a group photo.
Group photo.
What are we missing?
Unfortunately, me.
There's
Are
4
you
of us.
missing me? I don't know where y'all are.
We're in the yard.
Alright, I'll be over in a moment.
March, Savage, yeah, we're
I'll be
missing.
forever lost.
This is
to
funny.
This whole time. No, I'm joking.
He
You guys-
jumped to the sky. Like, you look at the height the character jumps compared to the body.
Oh yeah, I named my character.
Shoulders.
I named him MJ.
And,
Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan, Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah,
So,
Michael
Mad
Jordan.
World, I was gonna build it over in the Spiral Coast, over by the Dune
Here.
Desert,
Come over here by the engine.
but they plan to rework
And like
that area.
everybody face forward like this.
I didn't want to have
I'm
to
running.
rebuild.
Nico, where are you?
Oh, you know what? I could teleport, couldn't I?
Yeah, you can.
Uh,
Come over here by the engine.
They
I forget these things.
Is there a way? How do you do? I want a front view.
You just got to
Go
walk
close it.
backwards.
Oh wait, here we go. There we go.
There we go.
I think it's 12.
That's so cool. I'll put that in the Discord. Awesome, dudes. This was a good first run.
First playthrough. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to do it again.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it again.
So much more fun with lots of people too.
It is. It
It
is.
is.
We should take turns playing on each other's map too.
Map. Yeah. Oh, that would be. Yeah, because then like you would know your map, and so getting around for you would be easy, but for us, it would be chaotic. Normally do oil power
Switchback.
plants on the West Coast. Started out with nuclear on the West Coast. Yeah.
Who has the
I was
switch?
thinking that'd be a building stream for my map. There's only 2 bits of track on it.
Who has the switchback? Anybody?
As I know of.
I have one.
Well, no,
I have one, and I'm about to put a second one in.
a switchback.
Yeah.
Now, is that one where you pull forward and then you back up
Yep.
and then you pull forward, or is it one that actually you come up one side and then it loops around and then you keep going up?
No, it's you pull up and then you have
Yep.
to reverse.
Yep.
And you're climbing the hill while you do that.
Yep, and reverse.
Yeah.
And then go. But see, you have to. For that, you have to. Don't you? You have to build a long run.
Yes and
So
no.
that you can get your train. Well, depending on how long you make your train.
Well, what I did was when I added my industries in the valley of the coal mine,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't do it to make it easier. I just did it to make it like different. So
Yeah.
basically, you bring the logs down the sawmill, and then from the sawmill to the coal mine is 4 switchbacks at 6% grade.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I can bring 10 cars of lumber up there with 2 climaxes, one on either end. But you're almost like 80% throttle. Yeah. So it's a little challenging, and the engines, you hear the engines trying hard and everything. It's really cool.
See, I have the Climax and I have the Heisler, and I use them, but they sound like they're always spinning their wheels.
Right. Well, the trick, like in the climax in the valley that I have them, right, in that separate added industries, there's some tricks to using the climax. It's like never put more throttle than what you need, so that you can keep the volume down, and then it's less annoying, you know. But it's sad because I've watched, like, I'm no expert on narrow gauge, but I've watched some very cool videos of actual climaxes, and they sound awesome, and they have awesome whistles and everything, and I hope they change all that and make it sound good. Yeah.
I like the one that they put on the Heisler.
Yeah, the whistle's good, but the sound can use a little
work.
Yeah, little work. That
I mean,
like
don't all of the straight stack locomotives have the same sound that Betsy has?
What, on the horn?
No, on the chuff.
No, the geared locomotives sound a whole lot rougher.
They sound like they pack a punch.
Yeah. They're more clangy because of the gears.
Betsy's like a smart car in terms of horns or engines, and then the geared locomotives are like a muscle car, like a truck. So that's like, I hope my analogy's right.
I don't. The bigger the engine, the deeper the tone, is what I've noticed. Except for the Heisler, it has the multi-tone. It's like a chord instead of a single note.
You're talking about the whistle?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, they just put in a 5-chime for the Heisler, I think.
Yep. So I don't know which ones they're trying to model, really.
add that spur track?
I was just going to start plotting out a new.
Yeah. Oh, a new yard
line?
altogether.
Yeah, eventually.
Now, see, I like
Show my
the
stream right now.
multi-tier tracks. I just couldn't get it to work very well for myself.
Be here.
Gonna refresh the minizwerg and see what kind of delivery tasks we got going here.
Dude.
This is what I
They're
got
still
going
the
on right
same.
now.
Oh,
I think
wow.
it's still at 15.
Oh wait,
Rich is like top of the trees.
Still says 15.
Hold on, let me go over to my other bridge over here. But yeah, I've been basically trying to keep it at a low grade because of the physics, so I'm having to like kind of like hug the mountains down. It's a pain. Even built like a
Yeah.
double-decker bridge.
Holy Jesus! Wow.
I've yet to hear someone claim they've built a double-decker bridge before I did. So I guess you can say I'm the first one.
what do you mean a steel double decker?
Yeah, like that right there.
Double decker, as in there's a track above and a below.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm confused. Wait, where are you?
He's just
I'm
going live on
streaming.
Discord.
I'm sorry, where?
On Discord in the chat.
Live on
In
Discord.
voice chat.
Oh, okay. Let me look at that.
Just joined and left. Oh, wait, okay. But yeah, but this is what it looks like.
Oh, look at that. So what the hell? How does the train go through there?
Yeah, it fits under there. I've taken the caboose under it to see if it would hit anything, and it just barely, but it doesn't even hit. Like it looks like it's about to. I even ran the Eureka underneath it to see if it would like look weird, but no, it works. I think I also remember putting a water tower right here.
What
Now,
the hell?
how'd you get
That's a lot of work. Jesus. You are
Oh,
insane,
yeah. You
dude.
just barely stretched out. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, but it fits, so
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
you
cool.
spent some time on
Where do
that.
those routes
That
go?
must have been
so
like a
this one
week.
goes over to the coal mine over there, and then this one loops around. Do you see that like other rail in the distance, like the black one? Right where the caboose is, the one below it. That's where it's going. And then I have another switchback over there somewhere, which is what the caboose is on, and then that slowly leads down on this one right here.
That is amazing, dude.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah, like how long did that take you to make?
Well, this right here took me like first of all, the first 2 days of my time was spent trying to figure out how the hell I'm gonna do it, and I figured out a method. So then the next like 4 additional days I put it into practice, and it worked.
That's pretty rad.
That is very cool.
Yeah, and then hold on, I gotta go over here.
Oh, and you had to do that whole upper steel bridge as the little short segments, didn't you?
Yes, they're all short segments.
Yep. That even took longer.
And then there's an underpass over here I had to create because I also had another problem where I wanted to have another switch up there leading the coal mine down to here, but there was no way I could like do a sharp turn and go down that way, or so I had to find a point where I could go underneath it again. I think it will fit height wise, so I had to do an underpass, and then I think I got to do one more over there because this is still higher than that. Because this had the whole mountainside to go down, while this one's just like inching its way down.
Oh, I want to so run this off the tracks.
That's
Dude,
dedication, man.
that's awesome. You know, I didn't go too crazy like that. What you did is because I know in the future there's going to be more stuff. You know, more bridges, more things to
Yeah,
build with.
I'll save that for the new stuff. You know,
Oh, that's
Right.
okay.
if there's gonna be like new bridges and stuff, like I'm gonna save that for like the new map that's gonna come out.
What do you mean new
Oh,
map? They're going to add.
They're thinking they have plans of working like a new map that's based in California near like the redwood tree forests and stuff.
Interesting. So they'll
So
they'll still have this map, but they'll add another map.
yeah, most likely.
They're not going to expand this map because I know when you go.
I think they had plans on expanding it, but again, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it'll work because it's already too big. What's with that rail right there?
Oh, that's so I can get up,
It's
so I can walk up.
a ladder. Dude, sweet. That is so sweet.
Scaffolding.
That is so cool. Yeah, do all right. This is cool. We definitely have to like operate on each other's railroads. I
yeah.
want. I want to drive. I want to drive down that track.
All right,
Yeah.
I wish I could. I think this summer I can once I move locations because the place I'm at doesn't allow me to host servers.
So give me the map and I'll host it.
Up on
No?
serve.
Once I have this done, of course.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean,
'Cause
I have like almost 500 hours in the game, and I put my map for public download.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
Mine
I
is
mean, yeah,
now
and
as
then
well.
yeah, that was the other track I talked about that leaded to coal mine and just kind of like goes around there, and then that leads up to mini double helix over there, and then I got like a bigger one in the distance, but it's not rendering in, so
Out
you
of here
can't
in
really
case
see it.
somebody else.
That's sweet.
Wow. Yeah, that's really awesome.
I hadn't and first of all, I hadn't really tested it out yet. I think it works. It should work.
I
Should
think it
work.
worked. I think shit. In theory.
And yes, on paper it should work.
On paper, it works just great.
That's
I have a
awesome.
lot of stuff that works just great on paper.
Yeah,
Not
you
so
don't have to
much
worry
in
about
actual.
Yeah.
physics or what the weather's like. Nah, this will make it. Also, this Eureka, believe it or not, as I was building and stuff, I noticed that is it going down the mountain? And believe it or not, it is. If you take a look at the wheel just slightly, it's going like that. Hold on, maybe right here.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this back
But
over
it's
here.
slowly sliding down the mountain. Although I think it stopped
Yeah.
officially because it reached a lower gradient.
Here's a.
It was like slowly
Oh,
going
because
down,
the
and it was
brakes
like
were the brakes weren't holding,
Was
yeah,
that, yeah,
I
the
have the
brakes were
brake on
this?
for the engine and the tender.
and the cord was too heavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 12 of these,
Oh yeah, that's a
Uh,
lot.
so they're
Here's a good question for you. What part of the train, when it's moving, is always going backwards in relationship to the rail?
the wheel.
It's the bottom of the flange. The flange below the top of the rail is always moving backwards.
What's the flange?
The so the wheel you have the wheel and then there's the flange on the wheel. The
yeah,
key
that little piece right there.
But those things right there.
the flange like the wheel touches the top of the rail and the flange goes down the side of the rail.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the
Between
the
Oh
edge
yeah,
of the
that little
wheel
lip
that
right
flares
there.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
That
So
goes
the
backwards.
yep, so the flange below the top of the rail is actually moving backwards in relationship to the rail, where everything else on the train is moving forward.
Interesting.
Silly
Oh yeah, I
information.
guess you're right.
I mean, wouldn't the tread be doing the same thing then?
No.
No.
I mean, yeah. So I have this Eureka going on top of here, and then I have the Betsy with the caboose over there. And I'm using it as like a builder's hut, also using it as like a measurement tool because the caboose is a pretty tall car.
So it's like the truck that goes in front of the trailer with the wide load.
Yes, so it's wide and it's tall, so I'm using that as like a rule of thumb.
Right. The Heisler is huge. You should use the Heisler as well.
Eisler's the And then that depends on which smokestack you put on it. It can be even taller.
I think it can work. I think it can make it. I'm not like when I did this right here. I made sure the turns weren't too sharp, and I also made it so that way the walls weren't touching the edge of this wooden track. Like they were touching like right here. And I was also told that if you know, build without having like the groundwork touch the edge of the wooden rail deck, you should be fine. So I'm using
That's so
that.
funny.
I gotta check
That's
something
cool.
real quick.
Good stuff, man. Where was I? I got lost in your map, and now
Oh
That's
shit!
in
Now the
time.
train's derailed and all havoc is.
Havoc is wrecked.
Oh, Havoc was here when we started.
Well, this is it started off with Havoc.
I think this was here.
Blood Wolf 100K. What's up? How you doing? Is Savage still in here?
Yeah, still
Yeah,
sticking
he's
around.
over
Oh, he's
here.
been it's all quiet and stuff. You
Trying
must be building. You must be
trying to
he
set
must
up
be
the
building
Building
yard.
a
track.
hard track. Yeah.
He must be building track because he's not making any noise.
He's
Yeah,
over
that's
here
it.
contemplating a
Focus.
rail yard.
Yeah. Building track distracts you from life.
It does. It distracts you from everything.
Yeah, it's like a drug.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys stream and build
That's why I
track. I
always
could
feel
never
bad
do that.
about building track when I'm on stream.
Well, there's a streaming. You're not thinking about the streaming. It's just happening.
Yeah, yeah. It's just unless
Yeah.
somebody actually starts talking to me,
Right.
it's just play the track.
I love people who come in and they're like, "How'd you open that map?
Yeah.
Do you like the game?" I've gotten two people so far have bought the game, bought the game right in the middle of my stream. They're like I just bought it.
Nice.
I'm like, that's cool.
Basically, the advertisement team for the game.
Yeah. And you know what? When I talk to the devs sometimes, when I put the suggestions in, I'm like, you know, especially about the loading, because I have a train that I love driving on my track. It's 26 cars, but when I go to load it, I watch people just like drop from my my stream, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you
If
know,
you spend too much time loading, then
yeah,
the number just starts dropping.
Yeah, but loading's like, you know, easy.
And then
Like,
it's
the train ride is like the coffee for me.
yeah. And then, well, it's like the same thing with building track. Sometimes when I'm building track, I can see the numbers drop. If it's been a long, I try not to build for more than an hour.
I've had the opposite.
I try not to build more than 6 hours at a time.
Well, I meant on stream.
I've definitely stayed up all night building.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I have been up many hours building.
Yeah, that's how you know you've done a good. I mean, I've stayed up. Yeah, like there's this one time where I was whizzing down like my coal mine route, and I realized it's almost like 6 o'clock in the morning. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, I made a lot of progress.
That's a long run too, to the coal mine,
Well,
depending on which way you
not to
go.
coal mine, but like around the smelter, and then
Oh.
meeting up where I showed you where my bridge was.
Yeah.
I also can't build scaffolding up to this point.
What game are you playing, Bloodwork? Blood Wolf, sorry. Blood Wolf. Bloodwork. Old people. That's what they think about Bloodwork.
Being buried this
There you
one.
go. So if it plays.
Oh, and Nico, where are you from, by the way?
I live in California.
Oh, okay.
He's another West Coaster.
And Rich?
Ohio.
Okay, cool.
Oh no way, that's my home state.
Nice. Why did you move to Cali?
I was gonna say, how did you end up all the way over here?
Well, I went to school in upstate New York. I got my first job outside of Boston, and then I wound up taking a job with LinkedIn, which brought me out to the
LinkedIn?
SF Bay.
LinkedIn.
Nice.
That's cool. So you
Yep.
work for like the wholesome Facebook.
I,
The wholesome thing.
I get it anyway.
That's pretty funny.
I don't work there anymore.
I can imagine.
So upstate New York. I'm from New York,
Oh, nice.
and I live
What area?
a little bit upstate, like out of 45 miles out of the city.
Kind of closer to like Albany.
Right. I have a second house up there actually.
Nice.
Yeah, about an hour. Albany. I have family in Albany.
No.
Yeah. If you
Scenic.
know RPI, that's where I went to school.
Yep, my cousin went there. RPI. Yep.
Nice.
My cousin is a civil engineer. My son went to Clarkson, just like the rival to RPI, pretty much.
Yep. Yep.
Good stuff, man. Small world. 6 degrees of separation.
Oh, that's a wicked.
Where's Kevin Bacon?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's around here somewhere. Oh, I see what you were talking about on the scenic route. It's all kind of wiggly.
Yep.
I fixed at least a few feet of it. I've been doing train after train of raw iron. That's all I've been doing, just going back and forth. I'm
I've been
getting
doing
I'm getting
beams-
bored of it.
beams. Yep.
I need something else to do.
Yep.
Let me look at the tasks. Where are we at?
It's still at 15.
Are you guys using a spreadsheet?
No,
No, the mini map
Oh.
or the Zerg's map.
yeah, right. So what happens is with the railroads extended, you can have the autosave set up, and at the same time you can also upload to minizwerg. So every 2 minutes it uploads the map with all the updated information to minizwerg, and everyone has it open in their browser, and they can just refresh it, and then click on info and delivery tasks, and then everyone knows at a quick glance what needs to be done.
What needs to go where?
6 carts of lumber from the sawmill to the refinery.
Yep.
Oh, the refinery is what? Making
Refinery
oil?
is making. No, the refinery making barrels of oil.
But it's full already. Unless did you guys deliver it?
Nope.
Hmm.
But the lumber platform isn't full. So it's trying to fill the lumber platform at each
Okay.
station.
All right. I'll go get the lumber because I'm tired of doing this raw iron run. I need to drive through the map and get confused again.
Oh, there's trees in the tracks and everything up here.
Need to remember how to do this join now.
Cross join.
There's a way to set the joins up so that you can use a switch at both ends of the section.
Yeah, it's put down one switch, 6 cross ties, and then over one. If that's how you're spacing them out.
I am one cross tie across.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And then throw your other switch there, and then the 2 switches should match up. Sometimes if there's no dirt under it, they get a little offset. I don't know why that happens.
Yeah, that's alright. There's a full solid base here, so it should all be the same level.
You can always click a little groundwork to it. You know, you can click groundwork to track.
Yeah. Yep. I found that it generally clips to the top of the sleepers as opposed to the bottom.
Who flipped?
Click between the links.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm on a collision course with someone. Who flipped that switch?
Me?
Somebody flipped the switch to the
Is
to
it me?
the little hump thing.
Just keep you on your toes there, mate.
Yeah, it's me. Hang on, let me get past it real quick.
Where you gotta go?
On it.
So you were trying to derail. He was trying to derail me, so I wouldn't get in his way.
Now, who's this?
You better hurry up, because I'm gonna ram you. Full speed.
I'm getting
Full,
there. I'm getting there.
full speed. Full speed, baby.
We gotta have one crash, right?
I gotta throw the switch.
You're good.
Oh man, I just threw the switch. Oh, you threw it.
I didn't do nothing.
Oh,
Uh,
oh.
Clip it.
Oh.
That was awesome.
Oh no.
That was great,
I
dude.
thought of that when I clicked it. I thought, oh no, he's gonna click it.
I did. Oh man, that was funny. That's what we were hoping for right there.
We've got pretty good, actually. I'm surprised. I expected a lot more.
Yeah, I did too. I
Bumper
expected a
cars.
lot more.
Yeah, this we have to. Like I said, I'm gonna stare at this map. I can figure out something where there's a lot of potential for collision, but also efficiency.
What?
Like timing
Humanity.
will prevent you from.
Humanity.
Yes.
Is your profile picture from the game?
No, that the one on Discord.
Yeah.
Why didn't this link? Hold on a second. I got distracted.
Oh, you probably have two links, sir.
I don't even know what my profile picture is. That's how stupid I am. Where's my profile picture?
It looks like it's from the game.
No, that is actually the Georgetown Loop in Colorado.
It has a similar bridge.
Yep, it's exactly the same bridge. It's crazy. They rebuilt that.
Oh, the high-rise bridge?
Yeah, in the Georgetown Loop. Yeah.
Nice.
Does it? Can it? Does it? Can you put heavy loads on it?
That is an excursion railroad. You know, they just do. They run passengers up like a 2-mile stretch, and the
You're
train.
connected.
Thank you. The train goes up 4% grade. It's so weird because I never seen a narrow gauge train in my life until this past summer. My son lives out in Colorado, and I went out there to visit him, and we went on the Georgetown Loop. And you know, I'm like 56 years old. I've been into railroading since I was 4. You know,
Since I
and
popped out for me.
yeah, so I never really was a fan of narrow gauge. Like I don't know, it didn't do nothing for me. And then I went on the Georgetown Loop and watched that 260 pull. I think it was about 9 cars up 4% grade in the rain with the wheels slipping and the thing chugging and that 100-year-old steam engine doing work. I was like, holy shit, this is fucking cool as hell. And I got all sorts of good video from it and pictures, and yeah, I was like, then I fell in love with it. And then this game came out, and I'm like, holy crap, this is what I just fell in love with.
Timing.
Yeah, this is what I just fell in love with. This is awesome.
I think I got into like model railroading at like 17, 16.
That's cool. By the time I was 12, I had a railroad that like me and 5 of my friends could operate together.
Operate, yep.
Yeah, I had a double track main line. It was 5, no, I'm sorry, 4 by 8, 4 by 8s put together in an L shape.
Yep.
Like, you know, when I was 12 years old, I was dumpster diving at Bell Atlantic Telephone to get wire to run my switches and stuff.
Where you're headed for where?
I don't even know where I'm going.
Oh shit.
Street number 5, street number 6.
We need lumber.
Lumber.
Lumber. Are you?
I had a Midland. See, I did HO though, not
Me
narrow gauge.
Yeah, me too. I did HO.
And I had the Midland, Central Midland layout for years, but now my house is not big enough for that size of a layout. My
Right.
garage has become full.
Yeah, I haven't done trains in decades.
Yeah, it's been.
I still have everything in boxes though.
Yeah, I do too. 2012.
Ooh, I like that one.
No, 2008.
Modified, okay.
When I had to take my my
What I'm
layout
gonna do, I'm
down
gonna open
because
this.
I needed the garage space.
Yeah, I've
If
taken to doing all my model railroading at clubs, so I keep it outside the house.
oh, nice. Do you have a
Garden.
do you have a sectional railroad?
You talking like a modular one?
Yeah, I'm sorry,
No,
modular.
he does railroad clubs.
Right,
Yeah.
but
I
usually,
Yeah,
mean, there's clubs that do modular
modulars.
rails, but no, we have a club building. It's actually an old freight building at one of the Caltrain stations.
oh, that is so sweet.
And I'm trying to figure out how to do a Excel
DSRR. Okay.
car card for this to
Oh,
keep up with.
oh, to track your deliveries and everything.
Yeah,
Okay, I never got into that.
we're taking actual lumber,
Yeah, lumber.
half a car.
Okay.
To the refinery, right?
Yep. Good.
Yep.
Copy. Word sound.
But I don't want to do it in paper because that'll just be a lot of paper. I was trying to do it digitally.
Excel in Excel.
3.
Either Excel or Access, either one.
Right.
Access would probably work better, but I need something that I can put on Google Docs. So if
Right.
anybody joins the server, they can just access the switching list and the car cards from there. But I'm struggling on getting the tables set up
Gotcha.
where they actually function.
Save. Submit edits.
Oh my god.
Almost 2 more on each car. Are you going to be able to? Yeah, I need just 4 cars.
My brain ain't functioning too well today.
And mine wasn't this morning.
I have to. I'm working on a new setup. I brought my gaming laptop down to my desktop, so I'm actually playing the game on the laptop and using the desktop for Switch.
Oh, see, I'm doing mine just reverse. I'm playing the game on the desktop, and I got Twitch up on the laptop. All right, forward. 1 car. Half a car.
I changed it. Yes.
I'm very lucky, I guess, to have a PC that can do it all. But our internet.
Well, I'm short 1 monitor. Otherwise, I'd do it on my PC too.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
But I only have the 2 monitors, so I have Streamlabs open on one screen, the game running on the other screen.
Are you
And
kidding?
to
Why is it
see
broken?
what's actually showing up on Twitch, I have to use the laptop.
Gotcha. Yeah, we've just been having some packet loss problems with our internet, so I kind of was on a bit of a hiatus while that was getting fixed.
Fixed, yeah.
So I'm actually streaming to a test account right now, just to check if everything's fixed now.
Getting a pretty good amount of viewers tonight.
Nice.
Mine's been steady at about 3 or 4.
Yep, I've been in 6, between 4 and 6.
I think 2 of them are on mine and yours. I got Mad World 76 over here.
Oh, he came over there?
Yeah, I think he's on.
Oh, he's watching both. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's what we want. Yeah.
That's see, he has the dual.
You got to do one
view.
more. Yeah.
Okay.
And we're headed for the refinery.
All right, you're gonna do the tracks.
Yep, I'll get our switches.
Okay.
Why does this switch look weird? Well, there's no switch here. Oh, that's somebody else. Hold on, I gotta find us. Where's the pond? Almost
Well,
derailed
it's
somebody
like-
else.
Taking on someone else's stream.
Are the only two people streaming this is me and Joe?
I mean, technically me, but not on like a real account.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not streaming.
Mad World's watching both of us.
Both of us, yep.
Yeah.
I gotta change that. Shit.
He's got 3 monitors, so he's playing the game on one, probably watching both of us on the other 2.
The other two.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
I would say, yeah,
That's a lot of railroads.
that is.
I'm gonna download
I gotta
that.
figure out where we're going. Refinery.
I gotta
This
change
building
this shit
is
again.
Nice with the, by the iron mine now. Nice.
We need to
Okay.
go.
I hear whistles. Oh my god, look at all this track. Savage.
Oh, it's everywhere.
Savage.
Confused.
You're a savage. Now I know where you get your name from.
That's it.
Yeah.
That track is too
Alright.
straight. You gotta put a little bend. You gotta put a little bend in it.
Gotta be a little bend.
Dot one. Okay, so I need to copy that.
And then we want to go
It'll be dot one.
out here. So I think we need that one.
This yard is confusing as hell, and I don't know if what Savage is doing is gonna help or hurt it.
We need that one.
Dude, I'm just got my thumb on the regulator, and I'm trusting in you,
Rolling.
and I'm rolling. 25% regulator. I'm giving you a little bit of time.
No.
You went the wrong way. Wrong way.
Yep. Well, no, we're going the right way.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going the right way.
But
However,
we
for
have to-
unloading purposes, we're
We have to
going the wrong
back.
way.
Yeah, we have to back in.
Finally, it doesn't.
So should I stop and go back?
Well, you can stop and go
It works.
back.
Yes. Okay, good.
Yes. Because we have to go over by the smelter.
Okay.
And then you'll have to break the train up on the siding because you can't get all 4 cars in there.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. You can only do 2. So we're going back.
Well, let me. Yeah. Well, it doesn't. Either way, we're gonna have to break the train. But for you, going back would be better.
Yeah,
So
because
yeah, go back.
I don't think the engine fits in there with the 2 cars.
Yeah, with the 2 cars, the engine has to be on the outside.
Right.
So we want that switch. We need to go.
How many trains are running on this map still?
I think we're only running 2.
Okay.
Still
I've
running
got
coal
the
here.
Eureka still on the log train.
Oh, we're running 3.
I think this is the last load of coal. Last time I looked.
He's a coal maniac.
Yeah.
I figured that's the only part of the track I know I'm not going to risk going somewhere else.
See, this is so weird. We have to go so far forward.
Okay. Yep. You can stop.
Stop. I have to stop. I'm
Yeah.
stopping.
And then we'll go back down this track. Down this track. Down this track. Yep.
I'm going to give Savage a steam bath.
Over you waiting. It's been a few days.
People pay a lot of money for this shit.
It's always expensive.
It's going off on. I was like, oh, that's not the track I picked. Does that little turn out to the main line? And it's like, no.
I wish he was here so he could explain what his thinking was. Because I'm really, I'm really curious.
It was.
I'm really curious.
Yeah, me too, for sure.
that way. And then you got the freaking S turn down there in the smelter. And then the hill climb.
All right. I'm gonna keep her. I keep touching the wrong damn keyboard. SnowRunner. What the hell is SnowRunner? Is that a game?
It is.
Isn't that that trucking game?
Yeah, it's a truck. It's a part 2 to, I think, spin
Mud runner.
tires, or part 3 to spin
Yeah,
tires.
spin tires. Yeah.
You have spin tires, mud runner, and then snow runner.
It's sort of similar. You got to go and collect trees and
Yep. You got to move
make
parts.
them into parts.
Do we want to dump these 2 off in the back and then unhook?
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody left their locomotive parts over here.
Do I have to stop?
No,
Doors to the Eureka, I believe, right?
probably. Is your
still open,
satisfactory
too.
solo game, or it's a my satisfactory is it's a solo, but where we at? Okay, we're over here. Let me get that switch. All right, we're good. It's, for the most part, it's solo. I haven't messed with the dedicated servers since they came out of experimental. I need to set up one, but I haven't done it yet. Okay, half a car.
I think you can unload 2 cars.
Yeah, keep coming. The dedicated servers are still buggy. Good. All right. I think when I tried them, like I would place down one of the conveyor lifts, and then if I did something wrong and I deleted it, I had to wait like 2 or 3 minutes for the server to recognize that I deleted it before I could put a new one in.
Jeez, this mountain is high.
I think you can just disconnect the cars right here and put a brake on, and then I could
Yeah,
pull.
and then come around. Yep.
Yep.
You're good. Keep going. Maybe.
Yeah. Awesome. That's pretty cool, actually.
All right, you're clear the switch.
Trying to stop.
Come back.
I'm trying to stop.
Oh, okay. You're solo, but it's on a dedicated server.
Between number 2 and number 5.
Number 2 and number 5.
Huh?
Between
The
number 2 and
difference
number
is 3.
5.
No, I meant from the cast chase.
Oh.
Number 2 and number 5 look decently similar to each other.
I've never pulled in from this switch, so I hope it clears.
Yeah, it will. Go ahead and start slowing down.
I hear a whistle above me.
A little bit more.
That's me.
Oh wait, no, the arrow's there, so it should drop.
Yeah, as long as the arrow's on the platform, you're good.
Oh, we're full.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's 50 of 50.
Okay. Well, you made some money then.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, it should still give you money even if it's full.
Should have, yeah, you got the link on that one.
Hopefully it didn't fall off when I was flying down the track.
Good. Sometimes Satisfactory gets tiresome by yourself. That's why I stream this one every other day.
You switch off between the two?
Yeah, I play Satisfactory on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday, and then Railroad Online Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Nice.
All right.
I gotta release these brakes.
Let me refresh the minizwerg map and see what delivery tasks are left.
It used to be the other way around. I used to do Satisfactories on Mondays, but I was getting more viewers on Railroad Online, so I switched them up and did this through the week, and then Sundays I just randomly pick something that's in my
I don't know.
team.
I don't know.
Play that.
I don't know why it's telling me 6 carts of lumber from sawmill to refinery.
Yeah, and the refinery's full.
Right.
We are at the refinery, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Boxes. That's how I build on Satisfactory, boxes. I'm trying to get better at since they added all the cosmetics where you use the beams and the angled walls and the roofs and all that. I'm trying to get better at it, but they still come up square boxes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
3 to 4 stories tall. I still haven't found the actual what I like as far as, because right now I kind of like, I have my iron. I have 4 banks of 9 smelters that feed a iron plate, rod, and a screw factory. But
What
I haven't decided if I want to bring iron to there or just, I've seen where people will build, they'll just take the iron to whatever they're building and smelt on the spot.
game
Or
are you
if I wanted
playing?
to carry the ingots to wherever I need them.
Who? Me?
Yeah, Angel Dust. What game are you playing?
Range 2019.
Okay.
Oh, Angel Dust.
That's pretty cool setup right there.
Yeah. I had to change the whistle on this one. I like the 3-part ones. When you just have a whistle that just goes one tone,
Yeah, it's boring.
it can be boring.
Which part's boring? Smelting everything on location. Yeah, I like to smelt in one place and then carry that product someplace else.
1.60% gray. We're fixing to go 1.89. Jesus.
All right, guys. Let's take a look at Savage's track building. Is he still building?
Is he still building?
Starting to tie it in, actually.
I'm over here watching him. Look at this.
Just tied in one side of the track. Now I just need to tie in the other side.
There's like a real
Did you do that?
railroad.
Did you slope that down into the tracks? See, that's where I can't get, is this slope to actually look nice.
Who's driving a train?
Not I, said the monkey.
I'm driving a train.
Nice.
The way you do it, you have a location for all smelting, then ship either to where I build my iron factory or steel factory. Yeah, see, that's
Ooh, I hear a whistle.
Yep.
That was your train.
I want to take the
I stole your whistle.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Oh no!
iron
my whistle.
nodes in the northern forest and ship them to the ore to where I'm doing my iron and steel as ore rather than as ingots. And then I use drones to do the uranium. This is nice. Mine doesn't come out this nice. Track's even straight.
Yeah, you just use the Alt key,
Yeah.
but it doesn't, like, I've noticed it doesn't line up properly because I came out exactly one cross tie, but then when I got the other end, it was out by about half a rail width. So if I'm going to do any more, I probably need to run the cross ties the entire length so that it stays perfectly straight.
Right. Now, well, you still should have been able. You're talking about these here, right?
Yeah, well, no, the cross pieces.
So are you redoing like the whole yard?
I think he's just adding
Yeah,
a main
eventually.
track.
I think
Your
this
current
is a
playthrough,
bypass track for
only
this
using
line,
drones. No trains at all.
and then you can rip
I
this
gotta
line
have my
out, bring the
trains
foundation
here,
up,
Mad World. I gotta
and
have
then
my
set a
trains,
new line.
especially since they added the signals and the smart loading.
I should delete these tracks in the middle. The triple track in the middle.
Wanted a challenge, yeah. That's gonna require like a rather substantial battery factory.
Yeah, well, this ties in.
That's a nightmare in itself. The water is what gives me the issue. I still ain't got those freaking pumps and pipes figured out.
This track is whack.
Which track is whacked?
All of it.
All of them are, but
I just want to delete it all.
I even tried the build the water tower higher than the coal plant and gravity feed down, and I still come up with water issues. And then dealing with the excess water off of
Look at that.
the aluminum processing and the
Close.
batteries
What's the go?
always get back up on the either the silica backs up or the
You have to delete that. That goes
scrap
up.
metal
This
backs
goes
up.
up and down right here.
Oh, it's seen.
I haven't got there yet on my current playthrough because I just recently restarted. So I am at the tier just below aluminum. I ain't even started laying out rails yet. I'm still trying to figure out how to build curved roads. Yeah, 5 and 6.
Did you freak out when you saw the bridge? He's like, oh no. Don't be scared. You have to run away. That was
Took
funny.
his toys and went home.
Did you see that? That was so funny. This track here needs to connect to this track here.
This track, yeah. There needs to be somewhere in here. There needs to be a crossover, but it's hard to do a crossover in a curve.
Oh, I deleted a switch by mistake.
Just which he didn't need it.
No, I do. I want to keep it for now.
Oh, you're back here. Dude, there's too many. Y'all, somebody needs to change clothes.
Yeah, when are we gonna get other characters?
Yeah.
Everybody
Can we
looks
just
the
like load
same.
in VRM models? That'd be great.
VRM?
Yeah, it's an avatar format.
Oh, okay. Never heard of it.
So you're connecting this track.
Well, I deleted a switch track, and then now it's
Yep.
all screwed up. Like it didn't, obviously, because it wasn't laid right. It didn't go back in right.
It didn't go back the same way it came out.
Right.
That's the way it always is.
No, not always. If you lay it right, it'll go back in right. It's got to be on the groundwork completely.
Was this a little wicked S-turn in here?
So what I'm thinking is put this here. Do I have enough room to make that turn?
If you
No.
flip the switch the other way. Or are you using this to judge your turn?
I'm trying to.
Or were you going to actually leave this switch
I
here?
was going to leave this switch here and then try to get back to this.
I don't know if you can. Maybe if you push this back a little bit, you might be able.
The question is, will it tie in here? I don't think it will.
It'll be a tight turn.
From
Maybe
there.
like a 20.
Let me see. Let's see.
Switch.
Yeah.
Dang it.
I don't know.
When it does that.
I don't think it's going to work.
When you look at the switch and then you get the switch as a yard related. G. No, it would have to, you could. Yeah, take that switch back a little bit.
A lot of it. I'm going to run into the handles of the switches.
Oh, there you go. Bypass line done.
Pass.
That's nice.
Even a couple extra yard tracks.
Well, once we delete this rubbish in
Yeah.
the middle here, you just extend the groundwork and then put in whatever you want.
This is so confusing here. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm like looking at it saying, I had an idea and I lost it.
And then you lost it. As soon as you tore up that track, you lost it.
I lost my idea, seriously. Again, I don't think we should be killing ourselves on this track. We should do something, you know. But it would be kind of nice to hand it back to him and say, "Here you go." There's not enough room to fit everything here.
They need to when they do the switches, they need to give us some with a tighter turn.
Yes.
Switch.
Yeah.
Along with a proper Y switch. Ooh, even a three-way switch would be nice.
You know what can come out? This can come out right here. This could be after the fact.
Predefined curves would be nice too.
Yes,
Yes.
sectional turns.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sectional turns.
You know,
There you
pieces of track.
Yep. That you can lay down and it's like, okay, this is a 15-degree turn section. And you just lay 3 or 4 of them out to get your turn the way you want it. Instead of, I mean, you can technically do the math, but I have no way of measuring. I don't know how long the part that you pull before you lose, you know, I don't know how far that is. I thought it was 3 feet, but that's the width of the track.
How do I stop Angel Stream? That's
Oh.
trying to
Gotta
figure.
close the.
Oh, I got
the
it.
browser
Oh,
window.
yeah,
I
there's
got
a
it.
little close button there.
I got it. I don't want to crash the game.
If you press the wrong button, you'll disconnect from Discord.
I'm gonna step away for a bit. I shall return.
All right.
All right, what crazy's going on over here? Well, that's a big check.
I got my building face on. Oh my god, I'm gonna hit that. Really? I gotta delete this. I hope another one goes back in good. Yep. I laid it right, so it's good.
You guys figure out how to clip under the world and delete the track like they were talking about on Discord?
No.
They were talking about you could, by teleporting to a certain part of the world, you can get underneath the map and delete all that track that's lost under there.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe part of the mountainside or something, I'm guessing.
Yes. Yep. Where they said where the snow is on the mountain, if you teleport there, you can get underneath the world, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly where they're talking about.
Good idea. It's really frustrating that you can't delete undergrounds.
Yeah, it
Glasses.
is.
Can't see
But it's
without
bad
my
enough that you can actually
glasses.
plant track underground to start with.
There we go.
Now to tie back in over here, I need to put the switch down here.
Oh, y'all done pulled up some track. Now, how do we get?
I'm working on it.
Work in progress.
Where you want this line here to go, because we can bring it across up here in the new switch area, the new siding area.
I got to move this down, I think.
Because this spur that I've got on the new siding,
Oh, you can use.
it points straight over to that other line that goes down to the lumber.
Why don't you go right here? Can
To
we
the lumber yard.
do? Where's the map tool? That's on this one over here. I don't know if I have that. up anymore. Oh, it should be on. Oh, you can't do it on the multiplayer one.
Maybe. Hold on, let me change the order of this. If I
Can't be empty. Where's this one? Oh yeah, there it is. So I found that if you it may be on the if you connect to this switch, you can stretch it directly over and connect it to the switch that you have over here to get your slope.
wait, I think I got this figured out.
On my Discord. Oh, right there. Oh, see, you even went as far as doing a round circle. Now, on yours, did you do the plant a foundation in the center and then build out, and then pick up the center one and then rotate? Yeah, I haven't even built the central hub yet. I still got to run all over the place. Yeah. I have, let's see, my main starting area where my hub is currently sitting is in the northern forest, right at the edge of the northern forest and the Rocky Desert. At those, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4 pure iron nodes and 2 copper, and the coal and all that right at the edge. And I built, let's see, I have plates, rods, modular frames, rotors, reinforced plates, and all the copper produced there. But then I got to go all the way over to into the Rocky Desert to get motors. And the steel's made where I always make my steel, right there at the water.
Yeah, Mad Dog. We just want to give this map back to minizwerg with our improvements, and then we'll probably start our own.
Slight improvements.
At least so it works, you know.
In the lake, yeah.
You
Yeah, I
might
was
not
looking
even
at
need
that.
to do that tie-in.
It looks like
This one right here that I'm working on.
Yeah, because I can tie it in up here where the new siding yard is.
yeah, you're at the Crater Lake area because you got bauxite right there to your left.
Well, we have options. It's in anyway. Oh my God, I can't make this turn.
Oh yeah, that went straight down there. That was nice. Can't make that turn. You can make that turn.
Not without going out and back. It's just
Just
too.
a little S turn right there at the end.
Yep. I eyeballed it. Total.
That's good for eyeball.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to take off.
Yep. It was good. Good session, man.
Yeah. We'll have to do it again.
Yep.
Just
fun.
shoot me a Discord message.
Okay.
And, we'll get together and we'll set up when we want to do this again and let everybody know they can join us, have fun.
Hell yeah.
Crazy. Man,
Too
y'all are
easy.
doing a bang up job over here. See, and he built this yard so quick. It took me 2 days to build my main yard.
Oh my God! Look what he's doing.
That's what I'm
Sure.
saying.
We have a lot of options now when you come through here.
Yeah, that's that's why it was a bit funny how they had
My
it laid
thing
out.
is this last track always comes up freaking short. It's like just big enough to put the porter on.
But you still can't. So when you come out of the sawmill, you have to come this way. It's so confusing.
Out of the sawmill. Where are you going with the sawmill?
Actually,
You have to go to the refinery,
Yep.
and you
yeah,
have
you
to
got to get over here
go.
and all this to get to the
So,
refinery.
You got to
so
go to
no,
the ironworks too.
Yep.
that second line that's closer to the sawmill, the one that's on the lower ground, you bring that around onto this line that I'm standing on here.
Oh,
And then that would take you.
just do another switch off of that, and come right up in here.
Yeah, probably the switch would be here somewhere. And you just come straight off that into this line.
Just a couple of improvements.
Yep, just a few.
Damn, we reworked this whole map practically in the one night.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that was good though. That was really good.
I can delete.
All right, guys.
All right, man.
Y'all take it easy.
No worries, man.
Yeah, good stuff.
For those watching my stream, I'm back tomorrow morning with Satisfactory, and then we'll get together with Humanity Skills and Lamarch and Savage, and I don't know if Nico Fox is still here or not. And we'll do another one of these sessions soon, hopefully.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What? Delete this one.
Till then, y'all have a great night, and we'll see you
All right, later, Joe.
later.
There you go. I think I can reverse this switch here.
Are you looking at it on the map?
Not at the moment.
Oh, you're gonna try and tie this into here?
I'm just going to lay this as a placeholder for now so that I can put a tie in here. Let's demolish that because that's going to go anyway. I'll put a cross section there. And then I'm going to delete this switch. And we might run that one. Right hand side. Yep. Run that there. This whole line needs to go now.
Look at him go. Holy smokes.
Good. Looks real good.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head off for the night.
All right. Savage,
Later, guys.
you should finish up what you're doing there, and then I'll give this map back to Ian.
Yeah.
And then this way, we'll start our own. We'll start fresh.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. And then we could, there's no rush. We could just do it whenever we feel like getting together and doing it.
What I might do just quickly is cut this line in and then.
Yeah, no, go ahead, finish it up. I'll be right back.
Roger.